Next is daylight and quality views in the indoor environmental quality category. This credit applies to the following categories for 2 to 4 points. The intent is to connect building occupants with the outdoors, reinforce the circadian rhythms, and reduce the use of electrical lighting by introducing daylight and views into a space. Increased access to daylight has positive human behavioral and health effects because it reinforces our circadian rhythms. Access to sufficient daylight has shown to increase healing times in hospital and improve students' performance, and increase productivity in the workplace, fight depression, and even increase sales in retail environments. A well-designed daylight building also uses less electrical energy, conserving natural resources and reducing air pollution. Building occupants who can visually connect with the outdoor environments while performing everyday tasks experience greater satisfaction, attentiveness, and productivity. For the daylight portion of this credit, compliance is based on actual daylight measurements, the easiest and best method for determining the level of daylight in an existing building. For the views, compliance is based on the quality of the views from inside the building. Let's have a look at the requirements. For the establishment period, there are 2 options. Option 1, daylight measurement for 2 points, and or option 2, quality views also for 2 points. Let's look at it individually. So option 1, daylight measurement, 2 points. Achieve luminance levels between 300 lux and 3000 lux for at least 50% of the regular occupied floor area. This is with furniture, fixtures, and equipment in place, and you should measure the luminance levels as follows. Measure at the appropriate working plane height during any hour between 9 AM and 3 PM. Take one measurement in any regular occupied month and take a second one as explained later. For spaces larger than 150 square feet, take measurement on a maximum 10-foot square grid. For spaces 150 square feet or smaller, take measurements on a maximum 3-foot square grid. So back to the timing. The timing of the measurements of the luminance. If the first measurement is taken in January, then the second measurement should be taken between May and September. And you can see in this table, if it's taken in June, then October to February, October, February to June, and so on. Option number 2, quality views, also for 2 points. Achieve a direct line of sight to the outdoors via vision glazing for 50% of all regular occupied floor area. View glazing in the contributing area must provide a clear image of the exterior, not obstructed by fritz, fibers, pattern glazing, or added tints that distort the color balance. Additionally, 50% of all regular occupied floor area must have at least 2 of the following 4 kinds of views. Multiple lines of sight to vision glazing in different directions at least 90 degrees apart. View that includes at least 2 of the following: flora, fauna, or sky. 2, movement. And 3, object at least 25 feet or 7.5 meters from the exterior of the glazing. Unobstructed views located with a distance of 3 times the head height of the vision glazing, and views with a view factor of 3 or greater. On the next slide, you can see here how we define the view factor. Include in the calculation any permanent interior obstructions, movable furniture, and partitions may be excluded. And views into the atria may be used to meet up to 30% of the required area. Now for warehouses and distribution centers only. For the office portion of the building, meet the requirements as we mentioned before. And then for the bulk storage, sorting and distribution portion of the building, meet the requirement above for 25% of the regular floor area. There are no performance criteria. In terms of the documentation, pretty straightforward. For all options, provide a list of all regular occupied spaces with a total area and qualifying floor area in each space. Now, depending on the options you take, you either provide sample daylight measurements report and the calculations demonstrating the compliant space within 300 to 3000 lux. And if you go for option number 2, with the view type, provide sample documentation showing how the project meets the credit requirement for each of the view type attempted and illustrate at least one space. Exemplary performance is available if you achieve both options for 75% of all regularly occupied floor area.